In this video, we're talking Marvel Snap, specifically these upcoming Token Tuesdays, which are popping off tomorrow. You're going to want to know if you're going to want to do these. They only last for 24 hours. It's really important. We'll look at the value of what we got. We can finally put some gold/dollars or whatever currency you've got into how much it is per token. So we'll look at that. Also, Infinite Week push. Are you guys trying? I got to 91. I dropped down, and we're going to talk about that a little bit this last week. It seems like a lot of people are struggling. So let's look at where we're at. So first, before I go into these Token Tuesdays, my collection level is about 1180, almost 1180. Not super high, not low. Comparatively to people who've been playing for a while, it's pretty low. But I'm trying to push for this infinite rank. I've been streaming a bit. I had like a 7.5 hour stream the other day where I'm trying to get, I got to 90 finally, like my last play. Obviously I went to bed after that. Got to it the last day or so. I've dropped a little bit, climbed a little bit. I will say the Sokovia wasn't a great location for me, but I did a video on that where it was like, is it really a factor? You could just, one more RNG factor that you could maybe just look over. So I tried to build, I couldn't necessarily, but I'm struggling with, regardless of the location, of just my matches. Sometimes I got exactly what I needed. I play a negative deck, and I got exactly what I needed to be able to be just perfect setup. Everything I had, my first three cards were Magic, Zabu, and my Mr. Negative. Now you're probably wondering, well, what about Psylocke or something? I don't have Psylocke. So that's my only way to get Mr. Negative out early. So I'm thinking, awesome. I've gotten Asylums, and then just the other locations are terrible for me, or, the other person's got the exact cards that they need, and the matchups are just not working in my favor. So it's just not working out for me. So now I'm wondering, I got a week. I really, really want to make Infinite in this second season. I thought it would be a good challenge for me based on this being, what am I at now? About a month and a half playing a low collection level, but higher than my first season. When I got Infinite, my collection level was about 400-ish. So I got it. I was all excited, but the game gets you into different, harder elos later. So I'm sitting here going, all right, well, if it's harder later, I want to try to do that challenge too. So I've challenged myself to try to get it without going through here and just boosting my collection level. I've debated buying this offer in here just to try to get it, to get some more credits and tokens to get the cards I want. I've obviously been looking for any good cards I could get in here. The only token shop buy I've done, really good card, but was Shuri. And then I'm looking at this pro bundle as well. Now, I don't want to spend a ton of money just to sort of go up and down a little bit. So that is why I'm holding off on those. I want to see if I can do this so that I can potentially help others do it without spending if they're on a super tight budget. So I want to be able to struggle through that, see if I can pull it off and actually share with how I did it. Now, again, part of, what might happen there is what cards do I get along the way here? That is RNG. It is what it is in the game. I got Doom here at 1126. Someone else might not get that. That's a good pull. There's some other cards. I'm not going to go through all of these, but some of them are decent. Some of them aren't. I got a Super Scroll. That's another one that's not too bad, depending on how you're playing. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to push this week. We'll see how the next few days go. I did do the same thing in my first season where I didn't think I was going to get it. And sort of in that last week, I was able to get 90 and then I was able to get 100. But like I said, the collection level was a lot lower, which meant my matchmaking was much different. So anyway, let's go into what we really want to talk about here. And that is these Token Tuesday bundles. So if you're unaware, we are going to get these new Token Tuesday bundles. Comes out February 28th. These only last for 24 hours. And there are 4 of them, right? So there's, like I said, the first one's the 28th. And it's only for 24 hours. So it pops off at 3 a.m. So when you wake up, you want to, Greenwich Mean Time, I think is GMT. Then you want to make sure that you are paying attention to what it is. You need to know before you wake up, or you don't want to think about this during the day and maybe do it later. And, I guess you could risk it, but then you'll forget. It's so easy to forget these. So plan ahead with whether you're going to do this, because the cost for these is gold. So you're going to want to know if you're going to want to buy these. Again, it's 1 per week. We've got one on February 28th. We've got one on March 7th, the 14th, and 21st. I'm assuming they're going to look at this to try to potentially establish what the community will do for base pricing on collector tokens. Or they've already figured it out. Because when I look at these, basically for whatever amount of gold you spend, you get 50 less collector's tokens. That's the simple part of it, whatever it is. 450, 400, 850, 800, 650, 600. That's it. You could get a total of, you could spend a total of 2,400 gold and get 2,200 collector's tokens. So if you're still trying to build up that pool 3 set or that series, you can get 2 more cards out of this for 2,400 gold. Now the question is how much is that in dollars? You also get boosters technically. I know I should factor those in more, but I mean, you can play to get boosters, so I don't really necessarily look at those that much. I know at some point for probably whales, like, or your Krakens out there, you really probably want your boosters for certain cards so you can continue split and get those rarer variants. So of course, if you're not familiar with what I do as far as some content creation, I like to put stuff into spreadsheets. So I did. So I've got, this is my base pricing spreadsheet. I had my gold and credits. I have my dollars per gold. I've got some different offers that I've had in here over time. And I've got some other stuff that I plugged in here for the daily card variants and the fast upgrades, just to sort of get myself, you know, establish a foundation of what's happening. So I started looking at this section here where we're looking at these Token Tuesday bundles. And ultimately, I actually decided that I wanted to go, okay, let's make a gold per token base pricing set. That's this section here. Pretty simple. If you see anything I mess up math-wise, let me know. It is, I guess it's not that early. It's almost lunch at this point, but sometimes my brain takes a while to get running in the morning. So when I looked at this, I decided to make some dollars per gold costs here, or dollars per, or gold per token. And then you've got your actual full cost for these. So gold per token, and then dollars per token, and then your full cost. So you get a little bit more gold per token. That makes sense. So the dollars per token is actually a little similar to the dollars per credit, which I was a little surprised about. It's a little more expensive. The dollars per credit it's basically a penny. And that this is all US dollars. And then the dollars per token is like a penny and a half. For all of these, it's slightly, you know, different per each one, but it's, you know, it obviously gets a little bit better the more you buy, and that's typical. But I was a little shocked at, I would have thought the 850 to 800 would have been like, you know, 850 you get 900 tokens or something like that. The incentive is they want you to spend more for the bigger packages. And it really doesn't swing that much. So like you could really, when you're thinking about buying these, you can buy whatever one you want. I mean, the 450 versus the 850 isn't that much of a difference as far as the single per token price. So the way this does shake out, it works. The math is the same as if you're, you know, multiplying this by the gold cost down here. So when you're looking at these, you know, it's basically, you know, $6.42 for the 400 tokens, $9.28 for the 600 tokens, and it's $12 for the 800 tokens. So that's, you know, that's a cool, you know, 25 bucks for those, for that 3. Now, when you're looking at all 4 of them, all right, how much we got down here for all 4? You're spending about $34 for all 2,400 of those tokens. Is that what you like? Do you like that 2,400 tokens, or I'm sorry, 2,200 tokens for $34? So that means 2 series 3 cards, essentially, because that's, I mean, it's not enough to get a pool 4 for $34. I'm not gonna lie to you here. As I sit there and I think about that, when I think about it in that sense, and this is the whole point of these mobile games, is you get a couple levels of currency in there and people might not math it out. They're like, oh, I got all this gold. I'm going to go in here and get these tokens. This is great. All right, well, how much is that gold worth? And you go in here and you spreadsheet it and it's like, all right, well, that's how much it's worth. So I'm spending $34 to get 2,200 tokens. Do you love that? I don't know. I mean, when I think about that in game, that to me, I struggle with that. I'm not gonna lie. I struggle with that. When I think about getting just 2 Series 3 cards for 34 bucks, I mean, maybe if it was, you know, sort of the top-notch cards in the game, if I'm looking at something along those lines, then I think, okay, I could be down for that. But if it's not, I don't know. I mean, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna look at, so we're gonna, I mean, would you do that? I don't know if I would. I don't like it. I can't. So when you go through here, these are all your Series 3 cards. No, I mean, like, I like some of these cards. I want Psylocke. I want her, you know, Black Cat. I mean, yeah, sure. I want some of these, but do I want any two of these for that much money? Even Patriot, who's considered a better card. Like, would I want that? Wave. Dracula. I don't know. I mean, look, I'll have to really think about this if I want to buy it. I think, I mean, look, Arrow, yeah, Arrow's great. Wong, pretty solid, you know, but those are pretty rare cards. And to only be able to do this, you know, for 2 cards, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I just can't see myself really. I mean, I'm looking at I got 7,100 gold. I haven't spent any gold in the entire game. So anyway, that's my debate. You tell me what you think. Would you go ahead and do that? I mean, would you did I mess up on the math? I think I got it right there. And I mean, and this doesn't feel all that great. Doesn't feel that great to me. Just looking at it, I would not. I'm looking at this. I almost want to pass on it just so I can tell Second Dinner, I don't like this pricing. Like, I need more tokens for 34. Like, I want to be able to get a Series 4 card at least. Like, at least I want at least 3,000 tokens for that amount of money. Like, if I'm spending 34 bucks in a game, I want the ability to either get 3 Series 3 cards or 1 Series 4 card. That's the way I look at it. But you know what? I don't make these games for a living. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just some, you know, guy trying to get some YouTube stuff going and hoping to, you know, maybe make some money off of that. But, you know, right now I'm just a broke dad. So after I was getting ready to edit, and I want to add this back in here, and we was just talking with, you know, Heligar and just getting ready to edit the video, but I'm going to put this before the end. You know, the more I look at this, the more I'd say don't do this. You know, you got 2,400 gold. The birth pool offers 3,200 gold. And in that, you get 1,500 collector tokens. So you get, what, 700 less collector tokens for 1,000 more gold. But you also get 3,200 credits, boosters for Deadpool, and a card. A Pool 3 card. You know what I mean? So it's way better to get the bundle. Personally, I would save my gold for bundles. Ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying in this. I would save my gold for bundles. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear in the comments below. You know, if you want to, if it did help you at all make a decision here, or you want to hold back, consider hammering down that like button. Share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, trying to grow the channel a little bit. Appreciate that. All right, until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.